Today's video, we're going to talk about avoiding collisions at all costs. Whether it's your fault or not, getting into a collision absolutely sucks. So in this video, we're gonna break it up into 3 parts. First, what are the most common areas or situations for collisions? Next, we're gonna talk about the #1 thing that's gonna absolutely save your life and little keys and tricks of the trade. And then third, we're gonna talk about drills on how to actually become more aware of the mountain and stay alive. So let's dive into a couple of the most common collision situations so that we can avoid them. Now, the first one is gonna be in the beginner zone. The biggest reason you're gonna see collisions there is because there's a lot of people who are so new to the sport, they don't know how to use the brakes, they don't know how to turn their snowboard or their skis, and they just don't know how to stop. The biggest way to prevent a collision is to simply just look around. Just see where people are. Are they coming in kind of hot and they look like they don't know how to stop? Do your best to get out of the way. So the #1 situation when it comes to collisions is gonna be when people are turning. Now that could be 2 people are just not looking and they collide next to each other. The other option is somebody is downhill doing their turn and they make a sporadic turn across the fall line without ever checking their blind spot. That person who's making that sporadic turn, yes, technically you have the downhill right of way, but at the same time, you literally just put yourself in danger as if you're on a highway and you just go across the highway hoping it's all gonna be okay. And then for the person that is behind, you always gotta be looking out and be able to brake. So that collision situation is very common because people can't brake and people make sporadic turns and you just gotta look around. What the? I'm gonna interrupt real quick. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel at all, consider picking up a sticker. And to be honest, I have a full-time job that helps support all of the content that I make. And I make content 1 day a week, so I'm pretty hyped on being able to provide this much value. But if you guys are interested in seeing me step up the value, creating more content, well, picking up a sticker actually is a big deal. And while you're at it, give it a like, it helps the algorithm. The more people who can see the content, the more awesome our snowboard community becomes. So let's get back to it. And the other big collision situation is a lot of people are out on the mountain for 5 days a year and they're so focused on surviving the mountain. I'm literally on skis or a snowboard, it's scary, I don't really know what I'm doing, so my eyes are looking down and I'm just turning and going. Well, when you do that, you really can't anticipate anything that's coming up. That could be a bump, an icy spot, a tree, or a person. So it's extremely important that you keep your eyes up and look where you're going, and that's significantly gonna reduce your collisions. Oh. So another situation that's pretty sad and pretty dangerous is when you stop on the backside of a blind spot or a roller. Now you might stop because your legs are tired or your boots are loose or you're not really feeling that good, and then somebody comes over, they catch air and they run into you. Unfortunately, the person that is down below in a blind spot is technically at fault in this situation. So when you are stopping, make sure that you're going to be seen from at least 50 feet, if not 100 feet from above, so that people can make appropriate decisions to avoid you. So another situation that's super sketchy is somebody's having the sickest time in the trees, then they pop out into the main run without looking. That can cause a gnarly collision in a weird situation. So if you are in that situation, as you're riding down, just glance around, look at the trees so you know where people are, if there's anybody there. Now, if you're in the trees, you're entering the run, you should technically yield to anybody that's already on the train. So as you enter that run, look around. Now, when it comes down to it, having spatial awareness is gonna be your secret weapon. Essentially, that means that you know what is going on with everything around you. That includes how fast somebody is traveling in front of you or behind you. Where are you on the trail and the conditions and the people and the bumps and the jumps? Being able to get as much information as possible at all times is going to give you a fighting chance to prevent those collisions. So a little couple tips and tricks for spatial awareness. One is going to be listening for people around you. There's people talking, screaming, yelling, or you can listen to people's boards. Where is that noise coming from? Is it loud and really close? Is it kind of far away? Is there a noise coming from your blind spot and I need to look around? Actually hearing where people are is a big advantage. So most times I ride with a headphone in one ear or no headphones and at a low volume so I can hear people. Another big thing that you can do is watch for shadows. So as you see people walking around, it gives you a little bit of a bubble to see where that person is. I might see the shadow just off of my blind spot or in the corner of my eye, but I know that there's somebody there. And the number one tip for knowing where people are is to simply look around. It's as if I'm driving down the highway and I'm checking my blind spots and looking in my mirror. You want to do that as much as possible. Every 3 to 5 seconds, I'm looking around. I'm trying to do this. You can watch my Instagram or my YouTube videos. I'm constantly looking around because I just want to know where people are so I don't get into a collision. So let's dive into a couple fun games / exercises / drills to make you more awesome. Let's go. So the first drill we're going to dive into is we're going to do 10 turns down the fall line, and every single toe side turn, you're going to look around and you're going to find or spot 3 objects or 3 people. Find one that's a little down below you, one that's beside you, and one that's back up the hill. Now the point of this exercise is to get you looking around and being able to manage your turns while allowing your upper body and your eyes to do something completely different. This is really gonna free up your snowboarding and unlock so much visibility. So do this for 10 turns. So the next exercise, we're gonna focus on more of the heel side, essentially the blind spot. So you're gonna also do 10 turns, and every single time I'm making a heel side turn, I wanna check my blind spot to see if there's anything there. Now, obviously in this video, you're seeing me look back at the camera. I'm still making my turns. I'm still able to stay in control, but I'm allowing my eyes to do something completely different. Once again, freeing your eyes to look around while still being able to make your turns. Now the last part of this exercise is being able to do both. Go heel side, look around. Go toe side, look around. Now I traditionally like to ride every 15 feet or 3 to 5 seconds. I'm looking around. Heel side, blind spot, toe side, where are people? And of course, as the run gets more dense with people, the more I'm looking around. Now when I'm looking around, I'm also identifying how fast are people traveling? Are they making sporadic turns? What are they doing? You can quickly glance at somebody, get a lot of information, and then make appropriate judgments from there. The next exercise / game we're gonna do is we're gonna play cat and mouse. Essentially, I got Hillary, she designs my merch. If you guys are looking at merch, check out the description below. Follow her on Instagram, but we're gonna play cat and mouse. So the goal is I have a 10-foot bubble around me, and she's trying to get within 10 feet of me and try to pop the bubble, and I'm trying to avoid her. But I also need to pay attention to people below me, people around me, and avoid her at the same time. And then halfway through, we're gonna switch where I'm gonna chase her down, and then she's trying to avoid me. This is a great exercise to work on spatial awareness. Where is she? Where is everybody else? Can I keep my eyes up? And can I do all of this while staying in control? So if you're gonna do this exercise, please watch out, please be safe, have a good time, and send it. Okay, now I'm gonna chase you. Little does she know, you can take the inside corner here, which allows me to catch up. But she doesn't realize this. And guess what? There she is. Oh, she didn't know. Oh, looks like I won that one. So my goal of this channel is to make you as awesome as possible, keep you alive and thriving. So if you guys are enjoying the content, definitely give it a thumbs up. And if you're looking for a sticker, check it out down in the description below. Also, you guys are amazing. Nothing but love. We out.